what type of thing would they find behind it? Why there's visions behind the eyelid? Tell her reckless with the clauses, careful with the cost. Need it forever, but I never.
Yeah. So here you are, you've graduated from Rhodes, you head to the City of Gold, you're staying with family, staying with friends, you're staying with anyone who will give you the opportunity to like house you while you're there. Where was the starting point? Like, what was the first thing? Was it auditions? Was it an agent? Like, what was it? Like, where? Because people always message us like, where do I start? Where did you start?
Oh my goodness, that is, when you go onto any website and they say FAQ, frequently asked questions. In my life, that is my everyone's like, how did you make it? Mm-hmm. What is your story? And you know what? I like to always say, first of all, there's no manual. There is no recipe. There's no put a little bit of this, a little bit of that, sprinkle this, and voila. There's none of that. I have to say my journey is littered with anointing, littered with blessings, littered with God's grace. I always say I am a product of God's gracefulness. And I always say that focusing on God's faithfulness and not my own fear got me where I am today. So now let's just stop there.
We can just say Pali the Preacher, put that as a new title, and then I'm just gonna let you have the camera and do your thing.
No, man.
But I love that.
But no, that's definitely the foundation of it all. But then with all of that littered on my back and from the crown of my head to the tip of my toes, with all of that, I still moved in with my cousins in Centurion. Shout out to Zagiti. And I was an au pair.
Okay.
I worked in an office job in sales, office automation. I was selling printers, honey, VoIP solutions, fast Wi-Fi to companies. You want a fax? I got you. Like, I was that girl, honey, selling dreams, cold calling. Then I was like, if I can do this for a random corp, why can't I do this for myself? The hustle started. I went on to Google. So if you want to know where to start, Google, okay? www.google.com. Search bar. Agencies, top agencies in Joburg. Oh, I got the entire list. Did I not send my profile, my picture? At the time, the cousin I was staying with in Centurion, Uzagiti, thank goodness for her beautifully gracious heart. But she paid for those budget little studio photo shoots. Yes. She was pregnant at the time. So we were like, okay, kill two birds with one stone. You get a pregnancy shoot, I get a professional shoot. In fact, I think my Gmail icon picture is still that picture to this day. Fat little chubby Pali. Anyway, I'm making the story long. So we literally got the list. I sent those pictures. I sent my CV. I sent the work I did. And the work I've done was really just varsity work and high school work, mind you. It's not like I've got this extensive background in Johannesburg when I moved and tried my luck. Yes, I did get into a very good agency at the time, but you have to also remember these big agencies have their favorites. They have their people, I hate to say it, but they have their people that they've been working with for years. People who've been actually booked and busy, honey.
The ones who bring them the money consistently, because that's what
that 25%, it's a real thing.
Right.
They will favor that. And I don't blame them. Mm-hmm. I don't. This is all a business. This is a very competitive, cutthroat industry. And that's what I experienced. But mind you, I got my very first major commercial through them. So I thank them. But in the same breath, that's a whole other story about how I got that when it was already casted. The lead for that cast, things didn't work out. She had already gotten wardrobe, everything. The audition was the very next, the actual shoot was the very next day. I lied at work, said I was on a sales call, and I went to an audition at 2 p.m. I was the very last person to be auditioned. I needed to be in a bikini. I was in a full, as I am dressed now, like full office gear, auditioned, got the job, lost my phone. They had to call my roommate. How they knew my roommate was to call. She was my emergency contact. Yay! That's why I said anointing, favor, blessings, grace. But I did that. I Googled. I sent my work far, wide, my profile far and wide. For me to get my acting job on Isibaya as a support actress, I literally, in the credits roll, after like a bomb production. I was like, casting director, writer, randomly tweeted, DM tweet, "Hi, this is who I am. I would love to come read for you." Randomly off of credits rolling at the end of the show. Kept emailing. Luckily for me, I had studied, so I think he already saw seriousness within me. Said, "Come through, come do a read." Nothing came of that. It took 3 years for me to work. I auditioned for, was it Aye? That was a bomb production. Countless times for Isibaya. Countless times for The Road, I think it was called, The Road. Nje, the whole spiel. And finally, I didn't even have to audition when I finally got a role. I got a phone call and said, "You've never actually landed a gig in Isibaya." And I was like, "No, I've never." And he was like, "Perfect, I've got the perfect role for you." I specifically had someone in mind. I looked back in our books and you just sprung to mind. So do you mind taking this? She's a this kind of girl. She's a that kind of girl. And then I became Kim on Isibaya for 3 years. So grateful for that opportunity. So grateful for that work. But yeah, I miss acting so much. Yeah. And then I also landed that commercial, as I said. But mind you, that commercial was the only work I got through my agency.
Sure.
So there's also that.
Okay. Oh, I have so many questions.